Welcome back to Auto Insight, where we don't just talk about machines, we decode the ideas, engineering, and future direction behind the vehicles shaping niche performance culture. Today we're stepping away from mass-market cars and mainstream motorcycles and diving into something unapologetically different. This is the 2026 Rewaco RF1-GT, a modern European power trike that blends automotive muscle, motorcycle attitude, and grand touring comfort into one very bold package. Rewaco has always lived in its own lane. Based in Germany, the brand doesn't chase trends or volume numbers. Instead, it focuses on precision-built trikes that feel custom-made straight from the factory. The RF1-GT sits right at the top of that philosophy for 2026, designed for riders who want presence, comfort, and performance without giving up long-distance usability. This isn't a toy for short rides or weekend flexing. It's built to eat kilometers while turning heads everywhere it goes. The first thing that hits you about the 2026 RF1-GT is its stance. Low, wide, and planted, this trike looks more like a road-hugging sports machine than a converted motorcycle. The front end carries a muscular, aggressive face with a wide nose, sharp lighting elements, and sculpted bodywork that emphasizes width and stability. Rewaco's design language for 2026 is cleaner and more refined, with tighter panel gaps, improved paint quality, and a more premium finish across the entire body. This is a machine that looks expensive because it is engineered that way. Move to the side profile and the RF1-GT really shows its purpose. The long wheelbase and wide rear axle give it that unmistakable power trike silhouette. The rear wheels sit far apart, wrapped in serious rubber that signals grip and confidence. Unlike many trikes that feel visually top-heavy, the RF1-GT keeps everything low and balanced, making it look fast even when parked. The exhaust system is neatly integrated, adding visual muscle without looking overdone. At the heart of the 2026 Rewaco RF1-GT is a proven automotive-based powerplant, continuing Rewaco's tradition of using car-derived engines for smoothness and reliability. This setup delivers strong torque throughout the rev range, which is exactly what a trike like this needs. It's not about screaming redlines or track day numbers. It's about effortless acceleration, relaxed cruising at highway speeds, and the kind of power delivery that never feels stressed. Paired with an automatic transmission, the RF1-GT leans heavily into comfort and accessibility, making it approachable for experienced riders and newcomers alike. The way this trike puts power down is where it really separates itself from motorcycles and traditional three-wheelers. With two driven rear wheels, traction is consistent and predictable, especially during hard acceleration or when riding fully loaded. For 2026, Rewaco has refined the drivetrain calibration to be smoother at low speeds and more responsive under throttle, making city riding less jerky and highway passes more confident. Handling is another area where the RF1-GT quietly impresses. Thanks to its wide track and low center of gravity, it feels planted in corners, almost car-like in stability but still engaging enough to remind you that you're riding, not driving. Rewaco's suspension tuning strikes a careful balance between comfort and control. It absorbs rough road surfaces well, especially on long journeys, while maintaining enough firmness to keep the trike composed encouragingly through sweeping bends. Braking performance is equally confidence-inspiring. The RF1-GT uses a robust braking setup designed to manage its weight and performance without drama. For 2026, updated brake tuning and modern electronic assistance systems help deliver smoother stopping power and improved safety, particularly in wet or unpredictable conditions. This is a trike built for real-world riding, not just perfect weather weekends. Step into the cockpit and the grand touring part of the RF1-GT's name really comes alive. The seating position is low, relaxed, and supportive, designed for long hours in the saddle without fatigue. The seat itself feels more like something from a premium roadster than a motorcycle, with generous padding and ergonomic shaping. Passenger comfort is also a priority, with a well-designed rear seat and backrest that make two-up touring genuinely enjoyable. The dashboard for 2026 brings a more modern feel, integrating digital displays with clear readouts for speed, engine information, and ride data. Everything is positioned logically, easy to read at a glance, and designed to reduce distraction. Storage solutions are another strong point. Rewaco understands that touring riders need space, so the RF1-GT offers practical luggage options that blend into the design instead of looking like afterthoughts. What truly defines the Rewaco experience, especially with the RF1-GT, is customization. Buyers can tailor almost every aspect of the Trike, from paint finishes and wheel designs to interior trim and comfort features. This level of personalization means no two RF1-GTs ever feel the same. In 2026, Rewaco expands these options further, offering more factory finishes and detail packages that allow owners to create something that feels genuinely personal. On the road, the RF1-GT delivers a riding experience that's hard to compare directly to anything else. It's more stable than a motorcycle, more engaging than a car, and more comfortable than most people expect. It's the kind of machine that turns long journeys into events rather than chores. Highway cruising is relaxed and quiet, with enough power in reserve to make overtakes effortless. Around town, it draws attention without demanding constant effort from the rider. The 2026 Rewaco RF1-GT isn't trying to compete with sport bikes, touring motorcycles, or performance cars. It exists in its own space, aimed at riders who want something distinctive, premium, and engineered without compromise. It's about presence, comfort, and mechanical confidence rather than outright speed numbers or lap times. In a world where vehicles are becoming increasingly digital and homogeneous, the RF1-GT stands out as something refreshingly bold and mechanical. It's not for everyone, and that's exactly the point. For those who understand it, the 2026 Rewaco RF1-GT represents freedom with 4 contact patches, German precision, and a level of individuality that's becoming harder to find. This is Auto Insight, and that's your latest overview of the 2026 Rewaco RF1-GT, a machine that proves 3 wheels can still deliver real character, real comfort, and a riding experience unlike anything else on the road.